What's going on, guys? This is Badass Review here, and I'm back with another movie review. This time I'm taking a look at I'm going to be reviewing Thor, The Dark World, which came out today, and it's so awesome. Never have I been so blown away by a movie. Well, I have, but it's pretty much best movie this entire year. I mean, other than Pacific Rim and a couple others, but it is awesome. I would have to say it's probably second best to the Avengers. In fact, I don't really know, because the Avengers and Thor are probably like the two best movies, I would say, out of all these movies so far, just because it's got the story, it's got action, it's just awesome. So yeah, I would almost say it's a little bit better than the Avengers. I don't know, I've got mixed feelings of how I want to grade these movies to the Avengers, because Avengers is just awesome and Thor was awesome, but I mean, for just being a Thor movie, it was really good, way better than the first one. So if you didn't want to see this movie because of the first one sucking, I would have to say you need to go see it right now and forget everything you thought you knew about Thor, because this one is just 10 times better. And I gotta say, like, yeah, it was just awesome. I was so amazed how good it was. And I mean, I didn't have like super high expectations, but I'd heard it had been good, so I was like, alright, I'm feeling good about this, and it was really fantastic. So I would highly recommend you pick it up. I'm talking like toy reviews mixed with movie reviews, because I haven't done a video in a while. And this is what I look like, so and it's No Shave November, so I'm luscious. Anyways, so yeah, definitely go see it. And this is kind of like my non-spoiler review of it, so if you want to hear anything about with spoilers, then go right ahead, but from now on I'm gonna do spoilers, but just know this, you need to go see it. So if you don't want to hear anything else, cut the movie. And here we go. So it was just awesome, because the movie starts out with action, it's got some talking, and then it's action, and then it's like they're talking while they're fighting, and not really, they didn't really do that, but there was just non-stop like action. It was a good, you know, like balance of dialogue and story with the fighting. So I really like that a lot. Other than like them talking half the time, and then like towards the end is when they start fighting, and it just kind of gets on my nerves. And I mean, it's a good story, and it ties in with everything else that's going to be coming up with, you know, Avengers 2, and actually not really Avengers 2, I mean kind of, but there's a lot of crazy stuff that's going to happen, and you're just going to be like so excited for everything that's coming up, and I know I am, so I'm just ready to see it all. But yeah, so basically the Dark Elf, Malekith, has come back to get this stuff called ether, which is this liquid stuff that can pretty much just wipe out everything, and he's out to go get it. And Jane gets it inside of her, and she's infected with it, so they come after her to get it, and pretty much all hell just breaks loose, and there's this entire crazy battle on Asgard, and then there's this stuff going on all over the place, and freaking Heimdall, he comes in, he's like kicking some ass, because he's all just sitting there like, yeah, whatever, and then he's all like, wait a sec, and then he comes in, fucking shit up, and all that. So I was just like, damn, that's awesome. And then you see Loki, he's like going crazy, and you actually there's something that happens. I'm not gonna spoil this. I mean, I don't want to like spoil it, but this is like the spoiler part of it. But basically something happens, and even though you know that like Loki is evil and he hates like literally everyone, you kind of see a moment where he is like actually really upset that this like a certain thing happens, and he is like, it actually like, it makes him sad, like it kind of hurts his feelings. And I mean, he's just like pissed off about that. So then he's like, you know, alright, well, I'll help you, Thor, because obviously Thor and Loki are working together in this movie, which comes about halfway in the second act, and he's like, yeah, I'll help you out if it means like getting back at this guy and all that. So yeah, and like just crazy stuff happening. It's almost like, it's kind of weird, because they kind of did the thing where they capture the bad guy and then the bad guy escapes again, which is what they kind of did in Avengers, and in The Dark Knight and a bunch of other movies, which I don't know why they keep doing that, but it's basically the same thing. The guy infiltrated into Asgard, busts out and kicks ass. And then it turns into like Star Wars some parts, because like some things like, oh man, like I'm just so freaking overwhelmed by how awesome that movie was. Can you not see it in my face? Can you see it? Anyways, so yeah, like part of the movie seemed like it was Star Wars, because freaking there's ships flying everywhere, and it turns into the Old Republic, and the ship goes crashing through a building and releases all the dark elves and stuff, and I was just like, wow, this is just amazing. It was like almost better than Star Wars, man. And yeah, it was just awesome. I really just don't want to like talk about the whole thing, but you got to go see it. Like, find time to go see it. I want to see it again, but you know, probably in a week or two. But I probably won't see it again. But I would see it again if if someone asked me to go. But no one's gonna ask me to go. But anyways, so yep, it was awesome. And there's this really funny scene where Loki and Thor are talking, and something crazy happens. Or it's not even crazy. It's just like there's a lot of humor in that movie. It's like they had a huge there's a whole lot of funny moments just going on throughout, like probably like in the span of 10 minutes there's just non-stop funny stuff going on, because Loki is just over here pushing Thor's buttons, and Thor's just like, you don't shut up, I'm gonna punch you in the head with my hammer and then you're gonna die. But then it's just funny stuff keeps happening. It's really funny. And I mean, it gets kind of sad in some parts. I mean, towards the second act, like I was almost crying because it was so sad. It was kind of like a sad, touching moment for probably everybody. It was pretty big, but yeah, I don't know what else to say really. I mean, and then there's a bunch of other crazy stuff that happens. I mean, you just gotta see the movie. Like, I can't just tell you what happens if that's what you want to know. I'm just kind of giving you spoilers, but it was good. I mean, it looked good. And what's weird is usually the theater I go to, it has like surround sound, but it seemed like the volume was like really turned down, because when there was an explosion, it was just kind of like, oh. But I remember when I saw Thor 1, I was sitting like almost front row to the side, probably closest to the speakers, and when that destroyer comes in, like blew shit up, it was just like amplified by 10. Every explosion, it was deafening. And it wasn't like that for this one. It kind of sucked, because it was like I wanted it to be louder so I could like really feel the thunder of like explosions and stuff, but I didn't. And that kind of, took away from me, so that kind of sucks. But I mean, that's not saying that the audio on the movie sucks. I think it was just something to do with my theater, so I don't know. But I guess that's what I get for paying $7 for a ticket. I don't know if they're cheaper anywhere else, but I mean, the tickets I buy are pretty expensive, so it's kind of bullshit. Oh, and I saw it in 2D because I hate 3D. I loathe 3D. I don't know why there's still 3D movies being made, because I guess they're just such a huge cash cow. But I heard that 3D for this movie sucked balls. Apparently it was not shot in 3D, it was just converted over, and from what I heard, it was just like really bad looking, so I was definitely not going to go see it in 3D for that. I mean, it's nice once in a while going to see IMAX movies, but in every IMAX movie, it's 3D, and I don't like 3D. I just want to see an IMAX movie in 2D, that way it looks good, and I don't have to wear stupid glasses over my glasses, so that way I can watch the stupid movie, even though it's not stupid, depending on what it is. If it's Iron Man 3, then yes. I don't think I saw that in IMAX, but anyways, it's better than Iron Man 3, that's for sure. I was like, probably in the first 10 minutes of the movie, I was already liking it way more than Iron Man 3, because honestly, Iron Man 3 is a terrible movie. I mean, it's not terrible, but in terms of everything in that movie, it's terrible. Like, when you think about it, it's a pretty bad movie. It's almost worse than, I don't know. I would have to say that's like probably the worst of all the new Marvel movies. I mean, yeah, they improved some things, but they really just made a lot of mistakes. And I could go on for like another 30 minutes telling you why that movie sucks, but that's not what we're here for. And really, I have nothing else to say, so I highly recommend you go see Thor. I guess if I had anything to complain about it, I would have to say that I really wish he would wear his helmet a little bit more, because Thor always wears his helmet, and this like the whole movie thing is just like he wore it one time in the first movie for like 5 seconds, and then he takes it off. So that's kind of annoying. I kind of wish he would wear his helmet a little bit more. But yeah. Other than that, I mean, there's the little things you could probably nitpick about that didn't really. It was like, what? But not really. I mean, I didn't find nearly anything wrong with it compared to Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 was like, what the hell is he doing and what's going on? It doesn't make sense, and that's just stupid. Gah! So, yeah. Better than Iron Man 3. Probably it's honestly my favorite movie of the year. Next to, I would say Pacific Rim is probably my second, because that one was really awesome too. And I can't wait till Godzilla. But anyways, oh, stay for all the credits. Just because there's one scene doesn't mean that's all of them. You gotta stay until the very end. Even though the very end, like, even after the very end of the credits, it's kind of like pointless. It was kind of like Iron Man 3 pointless, but it was still, it was kind of funny. I mean, whatever. I mean, it was better than Iron Man 3's. At least they had something and not something stupid. I mean, other than seeing Bruce Banner, but who cares? But yeah, stay for the end, because there is a second thing, kind of like in the Avengers, so stick around and you'll see. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I hope you guys go see the movie and enjoy it just as much as I did. I hope that you guys have a great day, night, whatever time of day it is, and comment this video if you watched this review and saw the movie, and tell me what you thought, because I honestly thought it was awesome. So that's just me. I also find it kind of weird that Thor changes his hammer. His hammer always changes, like, differently. Like the first Thor didn't have a little thing at the bottom, and then the Avengers it did, and now in this one it's a different color. It's weird. His hammer keeps changing, and I don't know if they're trying to see if people will notice, because I noticed. His hammer changes every movie. But that's just me. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.